How to use the new Go Big, Go Home framework to make money effortlessly without having to know how to sell online. So, if you can hear my voice right now, there are three things I want you to know, or I want you to understand. The reason why you've not been earning from what you do, either physically or online, is one, not because you skip past opportunities. Now, I know that if you have the opportunity to take up something that will change the game for you financially, you would actually take it. Two, it's not because you're too lazy. Why? Because I don't believe you hate yourself or you hate success. So I believe you can't be lazy towards success because it's obviously for your own good. Three, it's not because you do not have the ability to sell massively. I say this because everyone has the ability to do what he or she wants to do. We only need to know the right thing to do in order to get the right result that we desire. So this means if you have the right information, which is scarce, you would know what to do and how to do it. And that's why I'm here to equip you with the right information that will help you to sell effortlessly, even if you don't know how to sell, by using the new Go Big or Go Home framework. So at the end of this webinar, you are going to learn one, how I use the Go Big or Go Home framework to make consistent sales online. I know you've heard about many strategies and they probably didn't work for you. Even I myself have experienced some of this, right? And that's why I will show you exactly what I did to get results when making money online. Two, at the end of this webinar, you're going to learn how I did it even with less time for myself. This framework is a copy and paste system, so you don't even need to have all the time in the world to make it work. You don't even need to have prior knowledge on sales or it's just a copy and paste formula. So it's like less stress and more money for you. Three, at the end of this webinar, you're going to learn how to leverage on this framework with your smartphone. So the framework only requires you to just have a smartphone. You really don't need a laptop to get this done. Four, at the end of this webinar, you're going to learn how you can use this framework alongside your other important daily activities. So even if you're a pregnant woman or a breastfeeding mother, you really do not need much. Even if you're a hardworking man that has other streams of income, this framework will still work for you. Now, before we continue, I want you to know that this framework cannot be used by everybody. So, for this framework to work for you, you need to be one, either a business owner that is selling a physical or online product, two, an affiliate marketer, three, a content creator, four, or you're a student. So you have to be one of these before this framework will work for you. So who is this guy? Like who is this guy? Who is this guy say, oh, I want to teach you how to use this framework and all that. Before then, let me say this. You see, the only way for you to make money this year as a business owner, an affiliate marketer, a content creator, or even a student selling your skills or services is to leverage on systems and framework that will teach you how to make money effortlessly. Like even without you knowing how to sell. Because in this 21st century, you don't even need to start stressing yourself too much to make money online. So now the only way for you to leverage on systems and framework that will teach you how to make money effortlessly, even without you knowing how to sell, is through the Go Big or Go Home framework. Yeah, the Go Big or Go Home framework you're about to learn right now. So who is this guy that really wants to teach you this new framework? My name is Adam Maruf, popularly known as AJ. And as a pioneer in the digital space, I'm a digital content creator, I'm a digital marketing strategist and the CEO of mycoven.ng. I've gained unparalleled experience in creating content that connect brands to their prospective audience. And I've also helped businesses such as Lagos Fashion Fair, I've helped African Fashion Week Nigeria, I've helped them to find their voice, I've helped them to create appealing and inspiring content, I've helped them to tell stories that builds their brands online. So also, I've taught over 10,000 students on the internet space, and I've sold over like 20 million naira digital products, courses, ebooks, and coaching to over 4,000 people combined. So by simply learning and implementing what I have learned over the past few years, I've been able to start building the life I want, and I've been able to set up an online and offline business that is generating me seven figures monthly. So with this, I know I'm in the best position to teach you this new framework you're about to learn. One way to know successful people is through their track records and experience, which I actually have. So now, before I go to this, I got to this point I'm currently at right now. I started just like you. I was like a young guy who had these future dreams of wanting to help people, help them to actually, reach their goals and also impact people online. But it's really crazy. I think there were so many people, like so many talented people online, like talented individuals out there who have valuable knowledge and insights to share. But the problem is they do not know how to reach their target audience effectively. Like, especially if you're an African, especially in Nigeria like me, you understand what I actually mean. There are so many youths out there who have different crazy talents and skills, but they are very, very poor and can even hardly feed themselves three times a day. I mean, it's just like you having 2 million naira in your account, but you cannot access it or even use it. So just imagine you have a talent or a skill that has the ability to fetch you millions of naira online, but you cannot leverage on it just to make money for yourself. How would you feel? Like, it's crazy. Let me hear your response. How would you feel? Like, you have this talent that has the opportunity of making millions and millions online, but you cannot even use it to feed yourself. You can't even use it to eat 3 square meals daily. So obviously, I know you will feel bad, but I want you to put yourself in these shoes of this young individual, these talented young individuals, these skillful youths. The same way you are feeling right now is the way I actually felt back then. See, sometimes I will even go to the social media to see how these guys were struggling to sell online. And even after the whole struggle, they could not still even sell a single product or a single skill to anyone. So I remember a guy, his name is Toby. So an influencer then on Facebook posted on Toby's page. And Toby went under this post to beg people to buy from him, right? Like, he was actually a shoemaker. And Toby's shoes were very, very beautiful. It's very beautiful for one not even to buy. But he was still unable to make sales. Honestly, I was pained because I could feel Toby's pain, right? I once had a friend who was also selling his products, but could not even make any sale from the product also. It felt like the whole world even hated him. And that's why I can literally feel their pain. See, there was a big problem. The problem is this. I really, really want to help these guys, but I do not even have the knowledge to help them. So even if I wanted to help them, I don't even know how to go about it. I needed to do something about it. If not, I know my dream will just remain as a dream and never a reality. So I decided to embark on this journey, like, but it looked as if I made a mistake because I could not find the right strategy. So I was just making a whole lot of mistakes. Honestly, I could not really find the right approach on, helping these guys to get results, and I was already giving up. So because it looks so difficult. It was then that I actually really felt the thought that these guys were actually facing, like, the struggle of not making sales and all that, the struggle of people not buying their products, even having, like, crazy great talents. So then I just knew that this is not this is just it's not more than just a dream that I have. So it's something that I actually puts all my energy into. So I feel if I really, really want to make my dream come true, then I have to actually learn how to do it before even I can teach these guys how they can actually sell more online and all that. So then all my consistency and growth hack really failed me because I couldn't find the right thing that actually works. So I was even regretting the whole journey to the point where I literally stopped taking actions as regards towards it. So I just wanted to go and live my normal life and forget about even helping people to get results because it was really difficult. But then the problem is this, right? What really makes me feel alive is when I can see people and when I can see that I'm actually using my skills, right? To help people to get results, especially these guys that are they're struggling to actually sell or make money online. So that was my actually long time dream, anyways. So if I was not really making any progress, something in me would still, want to go for it. So, but then something actually happened one day. So as I was researching online, when I saw I saw one information, and immediately I clicked on it. I saw the one thing I needed to do. I saw the strategy that I could use to get results for a start. Then I backed it up with seeking for more information to add up to what I already found out already. So in order for me to make sure I hit my goals, right? I set out few plans that should help me carry these actions out effectively. And one of the things is this. The first thing I did was to make sure I keep myself updated on the systems and method that one could use to sell his product or services. That was the first thing I did. The second thing I did, right, I decided to always pay experts with results so they could also show me how they get these results. Okay, they could show me how they get these results when they started out as a newbie too. And the third thing I did is I set out analysis plan that will help me to analyze how people were making progress so I could model their secrets also. Guess what? Despite these plans, something crazy happened that broke the camel's back. It drained me of everything I had. I could not even longer focus on these plans. I found it very difficult to keep up with my plans and strategies to even get results. The thought of it alone is like a nightmare. I remember I was sitting on my sofa one day at home, and then I received a call from a family member that is very, very close. And then, fortunately, it was actually my uncle. So my uncle was actually sick and he needed my attention in the hospital. Let me explain. So you will understand where I'm actually coming from. Let me just so you understand where I'm coming from and how I felt back then. So the hospital said someone very close needed to stay with my uncle, right? Because he was sick in the hospital. Now his children were in school, so he requested that I'm actually to stay with him. 'Cause I just finished my school at the time, right? So I wasn't really doing much thing. So the worst part of this is I have to stay with him for like 3 to 4 weeks before he will be discharged. So just when I thought that everything about my life is actually planning is actually making sense, like okay, I think I'm about to actually see how I can start hitting my goals and all that. Then all these things happen. So then I actually had just two choices, and the first one is to take care of my uncle and abandon my long term hope dream, so and start from scratch again, since I have to stay with him, so I won't have much time to actually focus on my goal, or to focus on my goal or focus on my dream so as to help these talented and skillful people that I really want to help with their skills, making sales and all that, right? In order for them to sell more of their product or services. So I have two options: stay with my uncle for a while within the 3 4 weeks before before it gets better, so I can move on with my plan, or I should just focus on my plan and seeing how I can actually learn more on sales marketing so I can use it to help people. But of course, now if you're in my shoes, what would you have actually done? Let me hear from you. What would you have done if you're in my shoes? Well, for me, what I did will shock you because I just have to do it anyways. Which is I have to sacrifice my dream to go and stay with my uncle for 3 to 4 weeks in the hospital, because he's part of my family, and of course the part of my principle is family first. So that was why I could not achieve my dream. So all my efforts were in vain. But well, at least my uncle did not die, sha. So he stayed in the hospital for 3 weeks plus before he was discharged to go home. So I sacrificed my dream for family. That's what I literally did. I sacrificed my dream for family. I know some of you will feel like, man, this guy, you're not wise. I mean, it's crazy. How do you sacrifice your dream for family, blah, blah, blah. Family is not watching and all that. But well, well, in fact, you even feel like, am I the only family member? Come on, the thing is, I just feel like family first, yeah. So why the rest of you might really congratulate me to like, guy, you're courageous and all of that. So even if I could not achieve my dream then, I know that it made me realize that family is everything you can ever have, honestly. So I went back to my normal life until I received a call from my uncle that I should come and see him at home. It's really crazy. I'm like, okay. So when I got to his house, I realized he found out that I gave up on my dreams for him. So he decided to, connect me with an expert. He knew what my dream was. He knew what I was trying to achieve. My mom told him, and so he connected me with an expert, which is actually his friend, that gave me access to a program that actually worth 100K. So the program, it would actually help me, or it will aid in making my dreams come true. So he connected me with this expert, which actually felt like, and the program he registered me for was about 100K. So honestly, that day I was very happy. It was like the first, let me say, source for me, right? And that was like one of the happiest moments of my life. So ever since then, everything turned around for me. Like it changed for me. In less than 3 months, I mastered everything about what I need to get started, and I used the knowledge I've actually acquired to achieve that one dream I've always wanted to achieve, right? Which is to help people get results in their business. So if you're listening to me right now, I know you can relate to what I'm saying. So some of you have not, or probably you've been trying so hard to do that one thing you've always wished for, to make that money you've always longed for, or to make those sales you've always craved for. But I'm here to tell you that the time is now. The time to bring that wish, that dream to reality through the Go Big or Go Home framework I'm about to unveil to you. And see one of my students, right? His name is Profoki. Now, Profoki was a struggling student of mine with a passion of video content creation, but he has no idea on how to turn it into a career, right? He discovered the My Go Big or Go Home framework and he got it. Very eager to learn. The guy is he's a very eager guy to learn. Now, this is what Profoki said. He said, Boss, Adam Maruf, I've come with my testimonial video. After this class, the Go Big or Go Home, I hosted a class and I have made more than 100K within a short period of time. Here is a short video of my testimonial. I applied what I learned on the 4 day using CapCut. Kindly review it. So in just 4 days in implementing and hosting a class, Profit was able to make 100K, which is very crazy. I mean, it's a very beautiful. This is someone that was actually confused before he joined the community on how he can actually make money. And look at his last comment. He said, "This is my first time of doing diesel," which is pretty much crazy, right? So that's Profoki. And we have so many more of them in the community. Now, let's head straight to what I actually promised you, right? Let's head to what I promised I was going to teach you in the webinar. Now, the first thing I promised to teach you is how I make consistent sales online using the Go Big or Go Home framework. Now, before I come across the Go Big or Go Home framework, I had tried different things online to the point where I almost lost hope. My aim was to learn what works so I could teach others, but instead, I became too frustrated because I couldn't even find any working strategy. If it was part of wow, if it was even part of why I almost gave up on my dream because it looked as if I would never get it done. A lot of people were just teaching bullshit and crap online. But well, thank God for my uncle who connected me to the experts, and that took us his time, to show me what exactly works, and which I was able to also implement and help use to help other people get results. So after I got the master class, I drafted out the Go Big or Go Home framework, which really changed my life till date. So this is not even is not even where I'm actually happy. My major happiness is helping people to sell their products, help course creators to sell their products, help business owners to sell their either physical or digital products, help skill owners to sell their skills or market their product effortlessly, service owner, people that actually have passion. I also help people that have passion, teach them how they can actually use their passion to make money online. So here's one of my students, right? Here's one of my students. His name is Mohammed Success. Look at what Mohammed Success say. Mohammed Success say Adam Aviv is one of the guy internet brought into my life like a thief to steal all my sales worries from being my mentor to becoming a partner. I can tell you Mohammed Success in 2016 was actually a wheelbarrow pusher. When I mean a wheelbarrow pusher, I mean a wheelbarrow pusher. I wish I have the image. I would have actually attached it to you. This girl was actually a wheelbarrow pusher in 2016. And guess what? Vrela, this guy got married last year. Look at his screenshot. This is screenshot. He said for mentorship, he said mentorship can go invest in one today. You can go far with mentorship. Invest in one today. Look at his caption below. Here, he said, "From mentor to business partners, then to best man. Thanks, man. I was the best man of this guy on his wedding day." Imagine how crazy that is. I was the best man on his wedding day. That's because this guy, with the framework I'm about to unveil to you, he used everything I taught in the framework, and he was able to use it to actually make a lot of money for himself on the internet, to the extent that he actually got married last year and invited me down to Abuja to actually be his best man for the wedding. Can't you see how sweet that is? Look how we are smiling together. So I'm telling you that this is you. This could be you. Like all your stress that has to do with making money online, selling your products, physical, digital. I'm here to help you to solve all this problem. And of course, maybe you can also be like Mohammed and get married next year and call me to be right, the best man. Now I know most of you would have had bad experience as regards online courses and all of that. And that's the reason why I'm not even really I'm not selling an online course to you anyways. Right? So I had my fair share too. So when I was going about paying for courses, I remember paying a guy who ended up not teaching me anything. So if you are skeptical, I understand. And that's why I'm giving you what I'm currently using to sell out massively. So you can also earn just like me. Now, this was how I was able to make consistent sales for both myself and my students. Isn't that awesome? So now let's head straight to number two, which is learn how I did it, even with less time for myself. Right? So this is how I did it, even with less time for myself. So after I gained access to the training, I had experts, after I gained access to the training I had from an expert, I created an implementation strategy through which I can still use to make money and run my brand interchangeably. So, because I wanted to create more than just one source of income in the in this implementation strategy, this is what I did. I created it in such a way that I could spend an extremely less time to still make money selling courses, my skills or services, right? The way I created it, even a pregnant woman who is about to give birth can still use this strategy. I'm telling you. He's one of my students, right? His name is Nelson, right? Nelson is one of my students, and after leveraging on the implementation strategy in less than 2 months, he was able to close a deal of $400. Calculate what's $400 now. $100 about 75k. $400, 75 times 5, that's about 150,000 naira. For just, oh, sorry, 300k if I really know what I'm saying. $400, right? After just 2 months of implementation. And what did he do? He just leveraged on the strategy I taught him, and I was able to close a deal in creating a 1 2 minutes video, 1 to 2 minutes video. I mean 1 minute to 2 minutes video for a client, and that's all. Look at his conversation with the client. So the client said, "I might have a new client who needs a video done in 2 days, but all the footage will be supplied, so it's just editing. The budget will be $400 Canadian dollars. Sure, he said I can handle it, blah blah blah." And then look at what he reached out like. "You, my guy," I was like, "Guy, you've tried. I mean, but he still remain two clients because I gave him a target of how many clients he has to actually, close that particular month." And it was like, "AJ, thank you so much, man." So I'm telling you that I know some of you will be thinking, right? I mean, some of you will be like, I'm just telling you that this is actually way possible for you, and people are actually getting results with this framework. So I know some of you will be thinking, well, how will people buy my course? I'm just a newbie. They might not really trust me or something, or how people buy what I sell and all that. That's why I'm telling you this go big or go home framework is more of a copy and paste energy or a paste strategy. You use this strategy, this is the exact strategy I use for my brand. Where we this is the exact strategy I use for my brand when we're setting out online. And that's how we're able to get people to buy from me, even though we're just new. Okay. So I can also tell you that some of you, I know some of you are like probably telling yourself right now, I would have gotten this framework, but I don't have time to stay consistent or committed to this program. So that's why I made the Go Big or Go Home framework. a use at your own pace framework. When I mean a use at your own pace framework, so it means you just need to copy and paste and get results in a little free time of yours. It doesn't really, take much of your time. And that's why I use this framework even with less time, which you can also model for yourself or your business. Great, right? So let's head to number three of the thing you actually find in this program. You learn how to leverage on this framework with your smartphone. Trust me when I tell you that all you need is just your smartphone. I can remember vividly when I was creating this framework. The major reason for me creating it was that the talented or the skillful youths in Africa, especially in Nigeria, could learn how to sell their skills or services or their talents. So here was what I did. I knew that most of this person I wish to help might not have the financial ability to get a laptop. So I created this framework in a way where a normal Android user can use this framework and still get crazy results. I mean, crazy results. So what's the essence of me trying to help a set of people if they could not be able to use it after I'm done creating it? So now, see what Balogun was able to do with this exact framework that I actually taught him. This Balogun. So after getting the framework, Balogun started selling his services on Facebook, and thousands of people started to know him. After doing this, he was able to generate hundreds of leads and was able to sell to these people using this framework. Imagine you as a skill owner get this framework. That's free advertisement for you. Look at his reach. Just getting started. Now I can tell that some of you are skeptical about this. Maybe because you don't have a Samsung or an iPhone. See, well, Balogun doesn't even have any of them himself. He used a Techno. I mean, when I mean Techno, I mean Techno phone, right? To make this crazy result for himself using this framework. He used it to sell his laptops online, his gadgets. He used it to sell he's also into cryptocurrency, so he used it to sell some of his coins and all that also, right? So if you're using your smartphone, just like Balogun, trust me, this framework, as an Android user, as an iPhone user, Samsung user, whatever it is, this framework will work perfectly for you. Now let's head to the number four, which is in this particular framework, you learn how you can use this framework alongside your other important daily duties. So when I started this journey, my dream was to help people sell their skills, sell their services, their products, or their talents online, offline. But I still had other dreams in my head. I also wanted to build my own brand that will function alongside the framework and none will even suffer. I really wanted to do that. So I really want to have multiple stream of income without one of them injuring one. So this led me to creating a module in the course, right? That will help you to use this framework even if you work 18 hours a day. Even if it's 18 hours you work in a day to work for you. So as you know, I'm the CEO of mycoven.ng and I still do my online stuff and I still currently serve as a youth corper right now. But I can tell you that I handle everything with ease. So you'll be wowed at what this can do for you as a person. Just like one of my students, right? His name is Drell. Now look at Drell. Drell is a very busy person, right? Like he's a very busy person. So they said I even got a result of closing a Chinese deal of $3,200, which is 2.4 million naira. And he said he even forgot to tell me. So he calculated that's how many that's how many months salary. 2.4 million naira. Look at what Joel said. Joel said maybe I forgot to tell you. Last 2 weeks, Friday, I was able to close a Chinese startup on a $3,200 deal for 30 days. Just for 30 days, a 30-day deal. And a chance of extension if I want to start working with them remotely. It's a starting salary of $500 to $700 per month if I really want to, extend. So if you see the way I present myself nowadays to clients as an expert, he said it's just a whole explanation. But at the end of the day, he ended closing the deal for $3,200 instead of $3,800 they gave them. So this is me telling you that you see the learning curve in the Go Big or Growing framework can really help you no matter how busy you think you are. So let me ask you this question. Right? Let me ask you this question. If you follow through all what I said, right? Which is one, how I make consistent sales online using the Go Big or Go Home framework, how I did it even with less time for myself, how you can leverage on this framework using your smartphone, and number four, how you can use this framework alongside your daily activities. Don't you think you'll be successful? Well, how many of you are happy with the information you just got? How many of you are overwhelmed because we have covered so much in a short time? A joke. So I want your permission. I know you can't wait any longer for me to unravel what exactly the Go Big or Go Home framework is. So in less than 10 minutes, I'll explain to you what this framework is and how it can also help you sell off your skills, your services, or your talents. So this is the Go Big or Go Home framework. And in the first module of the Go Big or Go Home framework, you will learn one, how to effectively communicate the value of your product or services. How to effectively communicate the value of your product or services. In the second module of this framework, you're going to learn how to handle objection and address your customers' concern and rejections. I can I can tell you that this can actually be challenging, honestly, but it's also a very important part of sales and customer services that you need to learn in order to actually close more deals for yourself. You need to learn customer rejection and all that, how to handle rejections and all that, so you can convert it into sales. Number three, you're going to understand how to understand your customer's communication style and adapt to it. So I know this can be very difficult times also, as every individual has their own unique way of expressing themselves. But lucky you learn this in the program, right? How you can understand and communicate style, how you can understand your customer's communication style, and also how you can actually adapt to it. Number four, in this framework, you're going to learn how to build a relationship in sales. You see, this requires a combination of skills such as effective communication, active listening, and understanding the needs of the customer. It also requires patience and persistence, as building trust and rapport. It really takes time in building trust and rapport. But in the program, you learn how to do it seamlessly, very easy, how to build a relationship in sales. Because there is what we call um, sales cycle. You're going to learn that in the program, which will help you to actually close effortlessly. You're going to learn how to understand your customers' needs and tailor your pitch accordingly from the program. So here you learn how to identify your customers' pain points. You learn how to identify their goal, their preference, and align all of them with your product or services. Number six, you learn how to manage emotions and feelings in this particular program. You learn how to manage emotions and feelings in this program. And I understand sales is a highly competitive field, and it's easy to get discouraged when you are facing rejection from your clients, or it's like a lack of sorry. But don't worry, I actually get you covered. You're going to learn a whole lot about that. You learn how to close deals effortlessly. You see, I know closing deals can be very difficult, as it often requires you persuading the other party or the client to agree to your terms, or to deal or to agree to your deal. You understand? And making a commitment after after the whole long talk for them to now credit your account is actually the problem. I get you covered. I get you covered. I get you covered. Look at the Go Big or Go Home community. In the Go Big or Go Home community, my students went through the course and they were left dumbfounded. In fact, it was after this time that Balogun was able to pull the results he had on Facebook. Check this out. Look at some of them. AJ be giving us all of us joy. React to this. So this God bless and all that. This one has passed what we paid for X100. Thank boss AJ. I'm glad I paid for this. So this is just after they actually went through the program, and this is just the one of the program. This is just the one of the program with all this testimony. Now this is the Go Big or Go Home affiliate group, and this is what one of my students did. This is what Joseph did. Joseph Nkrumah is a Ghanaian. This is what Joseph just implements what I taught him in the program, and he was able to use this to generate over 250 plus organic leads to his business. So this is what they call strategic commenting. It's part of the thing I actually talked about in the program, right? Organically. So imagine you as an affiliate marketer gaining access to this. You're able to generate thousands and thousands of leads organically, and you can sell to your audience. As a business owner, you're able to generate leads and sell to your to your audience. Now, don't forget what I say when I say this framework is actually for a business owner, either a physical business owner or online business owner. You as an affiliate marketer, a content creator, or a student. Because obviously, as a student, you'll also be learning skills that will actually equip you, or equip you with skills that you can actually use to make money online in this program. Now I know that one of the biggest problem that you know that will make you not to get this framework is the issue of trust, which is quite understandable. And to be honest with you, I've had my own fair share of this cake. But would you stop eating apples because the last time you got one, it was really bad? Obviously, no. So I believe your response is no, of course, and that's my point. Would you allow the bad deeds of one person to stop you from moving forward in life? Of course not. So I know what it feels like when you pay for a course and you don't get what you pay for. And that's exactly why I'm giving you my framework for you to just do a copy and paste. So in the module one of the program or the course, I told you you'll be learning the art of selling online, right? In the Go Big or Go Home framework, which is actually 150,000 naira if I really want to teach you on sales. Because sales is the lifeblood of any business. In making money online, sales is the lifeblood of any business. And that's the reason why it's the first thing I actually made mention of you be learning the program. Because no matter the skill you learn, no matter the business you set up, if you do not know how to sell effectively, there's no way you'll make money. Right? Everything you are doing in business is just talk until you receive credit alerts, bam. And the credit alert actually, enters your account and you see it. That's when you know that yes, you've made sale. So in order for you to actually learn how to, get that kind of results in receiving that alert, you need to learn the act of selling, right? The art of selling. And that's the first thing you'll be learning from it's part of the thing you'll be learning in the program. So with this module alone, trust me, you are set up for success. Because if you learn how to sell, even if you don't have a business, you can make tons and tons of money. Imagine you know how to sell if you know all this. That's what if you go to the markets, you see, is a strategy that the evil boys have been using all this while. They don't have a particular product. If you go to the markets, they'll tell you they can actually get a product for you, and they affiliate for a particular person that actually can have that product, and they sell the product to you like they are the owner. That's the art of selling. If they don't know how to sell, they won't be able to sell the product to you and make their own money. So if you know how to sell, you can actually fit in any industry to make money online. Now, in module 2, right, you'll be learning video advertising, which is actually the most powerful tool for boosting your business. So, you're going to learn number one in video advertising from the program. You're going to learn one how to create and edit different kind of videos, right? Number two, you're going to learn how to use the video software to tell a story or convey a message, right? You see a lot of people now create video content on the internet. Why? Because that's one of the most effective way to reach out to their audience or to reach out to their target audience, right? Number three, in the video aspect, you're going to learn how to adapt the video editing and creation software. Number four, you're going to learn how to navigate the software interface and find necessary tools and features. Number five, you're going to learn how to be creative with video editing. And guess what? I'm giving all of this to you as a bonus in the program, right? All these things will be available for you in the community. Members have been wondering, I've been doing wonders with their videos. Okay, an example is actually Balogun, which he actually creates a video content to use to actually portray his business. And one thing I did while creating these models was put in all my time and energy so you would not struggle with both implementing with implementing all the things I've actually taught you. So this means I've taken off all the stress for you, right? I've taken all the stress you think you'll face while using this framework by creating strategies and systems that are so easy to use and will provide you with high results. So, and I'm giving all these things to you for free as a bonus, right? By joining the program. So, this will actually help you to get results faster because I've done all the hard work for you, honestly. And just like copy and paste, just like I said, and that's all. Now, unlike what you know, you don't have to be an expert to use this. You just use you just need your smartphone and your zeal to actually learn, and that's basically just the requirement. So look at it. In module one will cost you 150,000 if you really want to learn the art of selling, and module two will cost you 75,000 naira, which is $100 if you want to learn video advertising, the aspects of creating video and editing video. If you want to learn that professionally, you'll be paying at least 75,000 naira for the skill. But guess what? You're getting it free in the program. Now, that's not all. We still have module 3 in the program. And in module 3, you'll be learning the secrets of successful marketing and taking your business to the next level. Right? In the secrets of successful marketing and taking your business to the next level, right? You will actually be learning one, how to create effective marketing campaigns. Effective marketing campaigns. So this requires a thorough understanding of your target audience. So you learn your audience needs, their pain points, and the best channels to also reach them. You learn it also requires a clear understanding of your product or services, unique selling points. You'll be able to realize what your unique selling point is and how to communicate them effectively to your target audience. So it will sound very appealing to your target audience, right? The first one I said you'll be learning sales. Second one I said you're going to be learning video advertisement. And now you'll be learning effective marketing, right? How to market effectively. Now, number two, under the marketing, you will actually be learning how to identify and define the campaign goals and objective. You learn these goals and objectives should be very specific. You'll be using the SMART method, right? Which is like SMART means your goals will actually be or your objective will be specific. It's going to be measurable. It's going to be achievable, relevant, and time bound. It's also essential to align these goals and objectives with the overall business strategy and to show that they are realistic and very achievable. So you learn how to do all this while you're actually with us in the community. You also learn how to select the right channels and platforms to reach the audience. You learn the right channels or the platform that you can actually use to sell your product or to reach your audience. Okay? So this can be very difficult and there's so many options available, so many platforms are available. And it's actually a good idea to test different channels or platforms to see which one will actually perform best for you, committing to a long-term strategy. But before you reach this stage, I will show you how to use the best channel for your brand. You don't have to go through the stress of try and error, trying this platform, trying that platform, and you're not getting results. I will personally tell you which platforms that you should focus or you should major on based on what you really want to sell, based on what your skill is, what service you're actually rendering, or what product you're selling. Number four, you learn how to create engaging and visually attractive content in this program, right? You learn how to do that, and you also learn how to create a budget and manage expenses. So it requires a balance between you allocating enough resource to achieve desired results and keeping costs under control. So you will not be spending unnecessarily in your business. You'll be able to allocate, your budget and manage expenses for your business. Because that's one of the biggest things that's actually killing business owners. You don't know how to actually create a budget and manage expenses for your business. You just make money from the business and then after a month you're surprised what you use the money for the business to do. You learn how to allocate from the program. Now you learn how to adjust and optimize your campaign based on data and feedback. Right? That's number six. You learn how to adjust and optimize your campaign based on data and feedback. And number seven, you learn how to scale and expand the campaign. All this from the module 3. Now, I've spent over 27 days of active work to get this particular module done for you. So, for you to learn this on your own, you need at least like 40 to 60 days of active work to get this done. But with this module, you can skip all of that hard work, just copy and paste the framework I'm about to reveal to you in the Go Big or Go Home. Okay. Now, I know you might be scared of failing, and you might be thinking of something like it is working for you, but what if I use it and it doesn't work for me? Am I? The truth is, I'm not the only one person. I'm not the only person that this actually worked for. I also worked for hundreds of my students, and you can see some of their testimonials. So it's not even a gender-based framework whereby you say, "Oh, it's working for me, or it's not going to work for me." No, it's not a gender-based framework. It's for everyone, so far as you're willing to grow, right? And I'll be giving you this model 3 as a bonus also if you join the community, if you're part of the community. So this means you're getting module 1, which is the art of selling for 150,000 naira, module 2 for 75,000 naira, the words, module 3, which is actually worth 112,500, because obviously, two most important things in business, sales and marketing. I believe you must have heard that a lot. So your sales game is not complete if you don't know how to effectively market. And of course, there's no way you can reach out to a lot of people online if you don't actually use videos. So you think that's all? No, we have what we call module 4. And in module 4, you actually be getting the blank check. What's the blank check? The blank check means you have access to every new working model of wealth generation in this community. You get them as fresh as today's bread from the community. Right? This is actually priceless. You don't even know how big what is coming will be. But the fact that you are in this community, it makes you eligible for it. Because this is more like a daily update, which means I will still not relent to give you strategies. I will always give you strategies so long as you are in the community. You'll be leveraging on my new ideas and strategies to make money for yourself. You'll also be getting as a bonus. That's a blank check. Because obviously I drop updates every now and then in the community. I give my community members access to me where you can reach out to me if you have a question, you can text me. So obviously what I am actually doing is to give you access to a community where you can have access to all these things I've made mention of. Now if you look at those four things, we have module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, right? Which module 1 we say is going to cost about 150, module 2 75, module 3 112, and then the module 4 is like a free module, which is a blank check where you get updates. Now the total value of all these things, the total value is 337,500, which is $450. Now if all this framework did, like if all this framework that I've actually taught you, that you're going to get access to, if all this framework did was to show you how you can use it to make consistent sales online, would it be worth 337,500? I mean, consistently, you're going to be making sales either online or offline. If all it did for you, would it be worth 337,500? If all this framework did was to show you how you can use it even with less time for yourself, it's going to, even if you're a struggling mom, right? Even if you're a breastfeeding mother, a pregnant mother, right? Or even if you're a man with working in the office, if all this framework did was to show you how you can implement mixed sales in a very short period of time, would it be worth 337,500 naira for you? If this framework, or if all this framework did or show you is how to leverage on it with just your smartphone. You don't need a system or something. Just use only your smartphone to make consistent cash flow, consistent money for yourself. Would it be worth 337,500 for you? Or if all this framework did was to show you how you can leverage on it to earn alongside your other important daily activities or tasks, would it be worth 337,500 naira? So let me know. Okay. So I had two choices while doing this, and it is one, I could go as cheap as possible to sell this framework to you, like very, very cheap to sell this framework to you. But the fact is, or the problem is that I wouldn't have actually put in the effort to make this really, really valuable, right? So it would just be like you're paying for something cheap, but you're not getting, the most crazy results. So what I decided to do is this: I went for the second option, which requires you to just invest a slight, I am just a very very small amount of money from your end, but in exchange for that, I dedicated more time, I dedicated more energy, more resources, than even my current framework that guarantee you fast success. So let me ask, if I were to give you this go big or go home framework at a price of your own choice, how much would you pay for it? How much would you pay for it? Just let me know. So, like we saw earlier, right? The original worth of this course is $450, which is 337,500. And if I give it to you at that price, it is still worth it, honestly, in as much it's going to get you the result, the desired result that you really want. But then I will give you a special offer, and that's if you're still here with me. And here is the offer. I'm not going to charge the framework for you at 337,500, right? I'm not even going to charge you at 300,000. I'm not going to charge you at 250,000. I'm not even going to charge you at 200,000. You're not even paying 100,000 naira for it. You're not even paying 50,000 naira for this framework. In fact, you're not paying 25,000 naira for this framework that will give you access to module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. And also, you'll be getting other bonuses and also a lifetime access into the community. You're not paying even 25,000 naira for a lifetime access to the community. You're paying only just 10,000 naira. Just 10,000 naira. So let me put this into perspective. If you had gone to my normal sales funnel, which is like the normal sales funnel which I actually built to get this program, you actually be getting it for 60,000 naira. But because you have invested your time with me, which shows that you really need positive results. And if I give you this framework, I believe you actually implement very fast. So that's why I'm making this special offer for just those that are on this webinar right now. So if you are still here, there's going to be a link available or below the video where you can actually click in order for you to get access to this program, right? Or you can refer back to the person that actually sent you access to this program. Now, remember when I actually lent mine, I paid over 100k, which is actually for my uncle. That then, and this means if you're going to lend this from experts, you actually be paying even more, right? You'll be paying more, like 180 or 200,000 naira. But because you'll be using this framework yourself, and I've provided everything that will help you succeed fast, you'll be getting at just 10,000 naira. So you've actually got two choices. The first one is either you leave this webinar now and go back to your previous life of struggling to sell, struggling to feed, struggling to even help your family financially, or you can get the go big or go home framework where you can copy and paste all the strategies and level up in your financial life. So it all depends on you, right? It all depends on you. And the fact is, you've got nothing to lose because if you don't get this framework, right, you save your money, which is something which you definitely spend on something else. Probably you spend on transportation, you spend on food, you spend on that girlfriend that is still going to break your heart because you don't have enough money to feed her, right? Or you still spend your money on impressing that boy that will still break your heart, in getting that gown or that shoe, and which will still leave you in the obviously, right? So if you get the framework, you spend 10,000 naira, but you guarantee to make at least 90% increment in 120 day or less. It is guaranteed for you to get results in less than 3 months with just an investment of 10,000 naira. So you either use the money for something not worth it, which you actually enjoy in a very short period of time, which you always do, urgent shawarma, urgent pizza, right? You can use to get it, or you can use to get the framework and enjoy sales for as long as you wish. Now, just check it out again so you can know what you are about to actually miss out on. Number one, the model one, the art of selling. Model two, video advertising. The model three, the secret of successful marketing and taking your business to the next level. And model four, the blank check. Now, to bust your bubble, I'm going to also be adding extra model, which is the aspect of how you can actually learn real-time skills, right? And how you can use those skills to make money online. So all these things worth 337,000, and you're just paying just 10,000 naira. So check it out. Is this really worth your money? Now, guess what? For those of you that are still here, I still have a special offer for you, right? What I'm about to do for you is you guys are actually watching right now. You would not see this anywhere in my sales funnel. Even my sales funnel is not there. But for the first 30 persons to jump on this, you gain instant access to one, a close 7 days one-on-one, fasting your growth rate by at least 50%. A one-on-one mentorship between me and you, either for your business, for your skills, or I'm actually confused. I have a passion. I don't know. I'm not making money online. You have a one-on-one section with me for 7 days where you're going to discover your passion, or you discover how you can actually make more money from your skills or from your business, right? Either physical or digital. And also, you also stand a chance to work with me one on one in my brand, which is my coven.ng. Okay. Now, note that this offer is strictly for those that are actually listening or that have gone through this webinar, and it's actually for the very first 30 persons. So, if you got the link to this video from a friend, refer back to that friend as soon as possible so you can actually have the opportunity to participate or get access to this program. I'll be part of the first 30 that will get access to this program and get this bonus inclusive. Or you can click the link below the video to actually gain access to the program. So check it out again. If you have any question, you can just kindly ask your question right now, okay? Or you can reach out to the person that actually referred you to this video, and I believe you get a response. Now check it out again. Is this really worth your money? Model 1, Model 2, Model 3, Model 4, where everything is 307,500 and you're just paying 10,000 naira only. And my money is good though. But I want you to think about something for a minute. Really, what is money? A lot of people have fear about money, even bigger fear about spending money. But I want you to understand something that, honestly speaking, money is good actually. but it is just a tool that was created for an exchange. Think about it. Other than that, there is no real value in money. You cannot eat money, of course, now. You can only trade it for something else that you want, right? You want shawarma, you can trade it for shawarma. So it's just a means of exchange. So think about it. Anyone who exchange money for something does it because the person feel that they'll get exchange, or they'll get, what they'll get in exchange is really greater than keeping the money or using it for something else. So at least that's what I expect when I buy something. I don't actually know for sure until I buy it, try it out, and can see that yes, this actually give me the desired result. But my question is this: would you exchange the money for those results you desire? Because obviously, if you see something, you must actually use money to exchange it, try it before you like, oh, this is actually so pretty good, and you buy again. So if you do not exchange your money for the result you desire, how would you even know that this is something that will actually help you to get the desired result? So if your answer is yes, then you need to get started right now. And I mean right now. So if you have any fear that it might not be what you expect, maybe after purchasing the program, you feel like this is not something that you really expect from it, or you feel like you're not able to you're not going to be able to get results from this, just let me know and I will give you your money back. 100% money back guarantee. So if you're still here, you can just click the link below to register now, or you can reach out to the person that gave you access to this webinar with the word. Just reach out to the person and type, I have my 10,000 naira ready to register for this Go Big or Go Home program. Please guide me, right? Or you can actually just, click the link below the video. If there's no link below the video, reach out to the person that actually give you access to this and say, I have my 10,000 naira ready to register for this program, for the Go Big or Go Home program. Please guide me. And you will get access to the program and the bonus is inclusive. I wish you all the best and I wish you more sales.